TIFU by telling my long-term GF I pay for sex. I am not the OOP. OOP is you, Nadatum. TIFU by telling my long-term GF I pay for sex. Originally posted to our TIFU. Original post October 11th, 2023. Actually IFU a few weeks ago, but please bear with me. I am only realizing the intensity of it now. A little bit of background: I, 26M, and my GF, 24F, have been together for about 4 years. She's from an upper middle class family, an only child, so always taken care of. She's very financially responsible and not bratty or anything, and extremely caring. So the entire time we have been together, my financial situation wasn't the best. Until now. My GF knew this but never made me feel insecure about it. She would just pay for things without making a big deal out of them. For example, if she noticed I needed something around the house, or if there was something she thought would make my life comfortable, she would just order for me on Amazon and be low-key about it so that I don't feel like a charity case or something. She would often order food from her phone and pay for it when she came over. We are both Asian, so we often would have a friendly fight over who pays, but she would often already have paid. Like, things would arrive and she would have already paid for them. She never demanded any gifts from me or anything, even though I know she likes things. She would get me really thoughtful gifts for my birthdays and anniversaries, and TBH, my gifts for her were not the best, but she would always be thankful and happy. She was used to going to nice places but would still be excited about going to budget places with me and be genuinely excited. Cut to now. I started a business a while ago and it's doing really well now, and I'm financially comfortable now. I like to get my GF things because I can finally afford to spoil her. Little gifts every now and then. Honestly, anything she might like. I also like taking her on little shopping trips. Again, she's financially smart and not very keen on high-end fashion, so it's not like she shops in luxury stores when I take her shopping. She buys a few things. Also worth noting, anything I buy for her, she is capable of buying herself. She has a well-paying job, has no debts because parents paid for her uni. She doesn't expect me to buy anything, but I'm happy that I'm in a position now that I can buy her things that make her happy. Now on to my TIFU moment. I took my GF shopping. She got a pair of sneakers and a dress or two. Nothing over the top. On our way home we were talking about that viral street video from Japan where men and women say they don't consider it cheating if a man has sex with a sex worker. My GF mentioned she could never pay for sex and asked me if I ever would. I jokingly said, I already do, and glanced at the shopping bags. Her smile instantly disappeared. I sensed her entire mood and vibe change. I felt really bad for saying that and apologized immediately because honestly, it was a really stupid joke. She said it was fine and we moved on. Now it's been a couple of weeks since that incident, and I've noticed that my GF hasn't used any of the stuff I bought her that day. Usually she wears the things I buy her within the next few days and points out, look, I'm wearing the insert item. You got me. She says it in a really cute way, and seeing her happy like that makes me really happy. But she hasn't touched the sneakers or the clothes we bought together that day. They are still in their bags. And I think it's because of that stupid joke I made. I also noticed she had some packages get delivered a few days ago. Usually she shows me what she's buying and I offer to buy it for her. She doesn't always accept my offer, but she still shows me the things she's ordering. But this time, nothing. I can't believe I messed up like this. I think I really hurt her feelings. And the bonus stupid part is that the things I buy her are a small fraction of what she owns. Buys anyway. It's not like I fund her lifestyle or something like that. She spent years getting me things and never said a thing about any of it, and I just had to make That ill-timed joke. I don't know how to bring this up with her. I really didn't mean what I said to her, but I know she's an overthinker and probably thinks I meant it. TL. Dear, I took my GF shopping and later made a stupid joke that I basically pay for sex with her. GF hasn't used any of the things I bought her. I feel stupid for making that joke. Edit. I had censored sex out of habit because some social media apps censor it out. Edit. I did not expect this post to get the amount of attention it got. I appreciate everyone's inputs. Thank you for taking out the time to share your insights. There are a few things I want to add. A few people called my GF oversensitive, boring for not taking the joke well, and some even went as far as suggesting reconsidering the relationship, breaking up. Her and I have a similar sense of humor and always banter and make jokes back and forth. This one didn't land and it's on me. I'm not about to end things with her because she didn't like a mean joke I made at her expense. She's allowed to be upset, and I'm not about to gaslight and defend what I said by being all, oh but it was a joke, get over it. Some people also talked about how our relationship appears materialistic, and that is because I shared a post about a materialistic aspect of our relationship. We spend a lot of quality time together. Cook, travel. We do acts of services for each other and look after one another. Most of the things we do together are not about material things, but spending time with each other. I have gone through the comments and agree that I need to apologize sincerely to my GF. I will talk to her once she's back this evening. I'm planning something special for her this evening. Not buying anything, as many people rightly suggested it would be a bad idea. So I will be showing her appreciation with my actions and words. I will probably update this post with how it goes. Update October 12th, 2023. Hello everyone. This is an update for my post from yesterday with the same title. I think I exceeded the word limit, so I'm unable to add it to my original post, but here it is. Update. The short version is I am an idiot. The long version is below. I wanted to do something special for my GF tonight before I talk to her. There is a dish from my culture that she really likes. We are both Asian but from different countries. The dish takes 45 hours to make, so I don't make it very often. The food was almost ready by the time she came back. I was honestly really nervous because I want her to know I didn't mean the joke and believe it. Because that's the truth. Anyway, she gets home, kisses me, says hi, smiles and cheekily asks what I'm cooking. Lol, she knew exactly what it was. She then playfully asked why I cooked it today, and I said I wanted to do something nice for her. She was really excited and smiley and said she can't wait to eat it but wanted to take a shower first when she came back. I was grabbing dishes and glasses for us when I heard her say, "Look, I'm wearing the dress you got me." It was with her usual excitement and happiness, and honestly I was so happy and relieved. It was one of the dresses we got on the day of my TIFU incident. She obviously looked beautiful and I told her that. I was a little confused though, but also relieved. We had our dinner together and talked about our day and laughed and just had an amazing time. She was so smiley and giggly the whole time that I was considering making this dish every week. She was so appreciative of the meal I made us and constantly complimented and kissed me. After cleaning up, we were cuddling on the couch together and I told her, I need to say something to you. I told her I was sorry about that joke I made the other day and that I didn't mean it. I told her how much I love and appreciate her and everything she's done for me and does, and that I never want to hurt her feelings. The joke was something I said in the moment and in no way reflects how I think or feel about her. She told me she knows I didn't mean it and that it was a joke. She said, I literally walked into that joke. Like many commenters. She said that the entire conversation kind of led to that joke. She admitted that she got a little hurt in the moment and a bit sad, but I apologized immediately, so she knew I realized it was inappropriate. She also said it bothered for a bit later that day, but that she knows I didn't mean it because our relationship is much more than just sex anyway. I was so relieved to hear that, but then I asked her why she didn't wear any of the things from that day. And TBH, what she told me makes sense. She pointed out how it's been raining on and off the past 2 weeks and the sneakers are white and she didn't want them to get dirty the first time she wore them. She does this in general, so this is not out of the ordinary. As for the dresses, at first she didn't really have anywhere to wear them because of the weather, plus she felt bloated when she got her period, so didn't want to waste a cute outfit when she didn't feel her best. Again, this is totally in character for her, so I believe this. But then I asked about the packages, and she looked a little confused. Then she got up to get the packages. They were still unopened. She asked me to open them. They were towels and bed sheets. And we had picked those out like a month ago together, clown face, but were waiting for them to be on sale before ordering. She ordered them because they were finally on discount. I felt so stupid, TBH, but not as much as I felt relieved. We literally couldn't stop laughing after I saw it was towels and bed sheets. She asked me if her behavior towards me had changed in any way in the past few weeks. It hadn't. She said I just felt guilty about the joke and that's why I thought she was still upset. She mentioned that if it had bothered her that much, I would have heard about it within 2 days of the incident. Man, I can't believe I was going through this whole internal crisis. I was so nervous and genuinely scared she was going to dump me. And as helpful as a lot of your comments were, I was really worried our relationship was over. The whole thing is so ridiculous we couldn't stop laughing. She is so sweet that she tried comforting me and told me she finds it cute how I was so worried about the joke, which further shows me how much you actually value me. And then she said that if I still feel bad about it, she has the perfect comeback for my joke, and in fact, had it on the day of the incident but hadn't used it because she thought it would be too mean. We were laughing about the whole thing, so I asked her what it was. She confirmed if I was sure I wouldn't be upset. Obviously not. Insult me back. Woman, I think we both know that you are pretty much my sugar baby. The way we both broke out into laughter. Man, I love this woman so much and I'm so happy it's all good. And for context, her comeback is great because I do live in her house with her, that too, rent and mortgage free. All this on top of the background I had given in my original post. Anyway, I told her about this post too and mentioned how it got hundreds of comments and she couldn't stop laughing and saying that, you're probably going to end up on those Reddit Minecraft or Reddit podcast TikToks. Quote, right now she's on a call with her parents and once she's done, we are going to go through this post together because she wants in on the tea. In conclusion, thank you all for your insights and inputs. I appreciate it. To those who said I should break up, I really hope that if you have partners or when you have partners and something similar occurs, you are able to talk it out before ending things. Hope all of you have a wonderful day ahead. I know I will. TL. Dear, I finally talked to my girlfriend to apologize for the joke I made a few weeks ago. We are chill now. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. I'm glad this all worked out for them. And this was more of an issue built up in OOP's mind than it was actually an issue. I will say, I don't get people who say they can't take a joke. Break up with them. Like, what? Them not responding well to one joke doesn't necessarily mean they can't take a joke. And unless they're perpetually angry at any joke even remotely pointed in their direction, it's important to understand why someone might be offended by something. Going immediately to break up feels so childish. Love a sweet lil palate cleanser after some of the horrors I read here. People say silly things sometimes, but that's normal. No one is perfect. I'm happy to hear that Op and his girlfriend were able to work things out together. As usual, communication always work. At the same time, OP's girlfriend honestly sounds amazing and OP might have just found the perfect one. Communication saves another relationship. I suffer the same condition as OP. I have a big mouth. And communication saved my ass several times with my wife as well. This one didn't land and it's on me. I'm not about to end things with her because she didn't like a mean joke I made at her expense. She's allowed to be upset and I'm not about to gaslight and defend what I said by being all, "Oh but it was a joke, get over it." My ice cold heart be melting. I really thought this story was going to be about him literally going to prostitutes and telling his girlfriend that he went to prostitutes. It's so much more wholesome. This bodes well for their relationship. Honest communication, and the ability to laugh at situations together. Two of the most important factors in a relationship. This post made me smile. I wish these two the best. Yay, it worked out! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Good post to end the night. I was way too emotionally invested in this. Ah, that was such a wholesome ending. Glad they are okay as they clearly care deeply for each other. Finally something good. I appreciate posts like this. Imagine telling someone that they should break up with their GF because she was upset about a joke, implying that he only got her gifts so she would sleep with him. Then again, I remember a post about a guy whose neighbor in an apartment complex had told him that he had heard sex noises from his apartment when he wasn't home, and the comments hyping him up to put hidden cameras up and make these elaborate plans to try and catch her. Not sure what happened in the end, but after all the hoops he jumped through to try and catch her on that little evidence, never even properly talking to her, I almost hope she was cheating so he didn't do all that to an innocent woman because of internet strangers projecting their paranoia. People are wild. That is not where I thought that title was going, and I am so relieved. CUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU "Oh no my guy. OSHT, bahahaha, glad it worked out." Ah, the conclusion made me smile so hard. What a sweet couple. I am so ridiculous. My life has been really difficult for a while and this post made me cry. I know. So silly. They're both such caring and loving people and it made me really happy. My GF mentioned she could never pay for sex and asked me if I ever would. I jokingly said, "I already do," and glanced at the shopping bags. I actually gasped. He's so lucky she let it go. Some people will never forget a comment like that. I love this post so much. Stuff like this happens when you're in a relationship. My boyfriend and I were screwing around after sex once and in the course of our bantering he accidentally made a quip that insinuated I was a sex worker. Something about being available at all hours. As soon as he said it he froze and I went, "Excuse me?" with this expression of bewildered laughter. "Very much, I can't believe you just said that." There was a beat, and then we both just burst into laughter. He apologized, saying he didn't realize what it would sound like when he said it aloud. And years later it still comes up from time to time as a "remember when?" and we crack up all over again. When you're that comfortable with someone, sometimes the jokes just slip out unintentionally. I'm glad that the girlfriend in this situation was able to recognize it for what it was and that Oops stepped up to make sure she knew he didn't mean it. They're gonna do fine. This was super cute. I feel bad for the commenters who wanted them to break up. They must be even more miserable than me. I think I will step away from the internet now. No way will it get better.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.